What type of property makes a great fix and flip? That is a question we get asked every single day from real estate agents that are looking for partner deals to partner with us on. And the answer to that question actually surprises a lot of realtors, a lot of real estate agents, because it's not what they expect. As a traditional realtor, real estate agent who helps buyers look for homes, most real estate agents are anticipating us saying, hey, we're looking for a 3-bedroom, single-family house in these 5 cities, in this price point, and then they're thinking that they're going to go out and hope to identify that type of property. In reality, as a fix and flip company, a fix and flip investor, it's not really about the property itself. It's about the deal. And what I mean by that is that when it comes to residential real estate, when it comes to 1 to 4 unit properties anywhere in New England, the money is made when you purchase the house. Meaning that when you get a relatively good price or a property that you can add value or change to make more valuable, you're really the deal is done up front. Like, you can project how much money you're going to make. In fact, on all of our partner deals, we actually give our partners the projected P&L. We have the purchase price. As a lot of you know, we guarantee the budget. And out of the other end, all we basically have to do is reconcile what the sales price is, right? So when it comes to finding good flips, it's not about the house, actually. It's about the seller. Because when a seller sells directly to us, and we have these conversations every time that an agent brings us a potential deal, the seller is typically giving up a little bit of money in order to get the benefits of selling to an investor. So when they sell to us, they can close whenever they want, quick or long. They don't have to do inspections. They don't have to do open houses. They don't have to make repairs. They don't have to worry about mortgage contingencies or any contingencies. They can leave their junk behind. I could kind of go on and on. So there's a lot of benefits of selling to an investor, but typically they have to take a little bit less money in order to get those benefits, right? So for different sellers, different people, everybody's a little bit different. Every single seller would want those benefits, including not having to necessarily pay a commission, right? So every seller would raise their hand and say, yeah, I want those benefits, but then they have to compare and contrast to what they could get on the market. So we meet with a ton of sellers every single week, and, 3/4 of the sellers that we meet with, decide they want to put their property on the market, and that's the right thing for them. The other quarter, decide, hey, I'm gonna get a little bit less money, but I want these benefits. With that being said, again, getting back to the point here of what type of property makes the most sense to flip, it's any property that you can get the right price on, where you can add value and then make a profit in the end. So for our company, we buy, in every state in New England except for Vermont. And as long as it's a 1 to 4 unit building, I mean, we even buy bigger than that, but generally speaking, if it's a 1 to 4 unit building, single family, 2 family, condo, whatever, it doesn't really matter. As long as we can get it for a price that after we renovate it and sell it and make money, that's a great deal. That's a great deal for us. And if you looked at, we've fixed and flipped probably close to 1,500 houses. If you looked at all of them, what you would see is really a ton of patterns there. Like, it's all types of properties, single families, condos, townhouses, 2 families, 3 families, 4 families, whatever. They're all over the map, because it doesn't have to do with the property. It has to do with the seller. Okay. So with that being said, send us any type of potential deal that you have for our partner program. We'll look at anything. Don't ever screen them. We can screen them. I can screen the deal in less than 30 seconds. If you send me a message on Facebook and say, hey, Tom, got this property, not sure if it would work for you, it's absolutely worth 30 seconds of my time to take a look at it. So, you can all connect with me that way. If you do want to learn more about our partner program, I do have an on-demand webinar that you can listen to 24/7, 365 that will go into a lot more detail on what I'm talking about right now. And you can go there at www.partnerwithagentinvestor.com. Again, that's www.partnerwithagentinvestor.com. On the webinar, I'll go into a lot more detail on how the partner program works, how to find deals, what makes a good deal, how we talk to your sellers, what the appointment looks like, how the deal is structured for you. It is a 50-50 split. How you can get upfront money before we even buy the property. So there's a lot of really good benefits by watching that webinar, and you can do that by going to www.partnerwithagentinvestor.com. Thanks for tuning in. Again, any property can be a good deal if it's gotten for the right price. So send us anything that you have. Thanks for watching.